We're back with the amazing Trent Fequet to talk about how he's learned to manage the massive amount of stress that comes with his business responsibilities. We mentioned in the last segment that fitness is such a key component to you managing stress. What goes through your mind and just your overall sense of being when you're right in the midst of maintaining your fitness routine?
It's a really good question. And fitness for me means a few different things. Like in the morning, I try to traditionally go through the traditional workouts. As you get older, you evolve into different things like calisthenics and I'll even say yoga recently, which is something I never thought I would be doing, and boxing and other events. So, they're all a little different. The morning for me, it's it's a meditation in a lot of ways. The first thing is the routine of getting up and being militant about the lifestyle, ensure that you can start each day in the right manner, consistent manner is very important. And the gym itself, it's a different kind of stress. So you're putting stress on how much you can take, how much your body can take. Yeah. That's, I think, a part of my personality is trying to see how much I can, test myself, challenge myself. And in the moment of working out, you're not worried about work. You're not worried about anything else that's going on. Your day doesn't really start until 7:30. This is your time to meditate, to really be focused on your personal well-being.
Starting your day, do you feel that energy, the continued day starts from the energy you get from your first workout?
Yeah, I think of course, right?
Yeah.
It's a routine. Your body doesn't know if it's Monday or Sunday, so
right.
I work out 7 days a week and keep that routine 7 days a week. But of course.
That energy starts there.
Of course,
Love that.
What advice do you have for people who are watching who are saying, are you serious? You're asking me to add something more to the beginning of my day. What advice might you share with them?
If you sit and look at what's important in your life, obviously, look in a mirror, it's you. You need to take care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else. You need to take care of others from there. So if you're looking and trying to come up with excuses or reason why you can't take care of yourself, I would challenge that we need to step back and you're not going to be any good to others. You're not going to be any good in your business unless you can focus on yourself. So a lot of people who are busy, have busy lifestyles. There's always an excuse after 8 o'clock in the morning to give to others.
Yes.
And you need to give to others. And you need to, especially in busy environments versus your family. So I find, for me personally, there's no excuse about waking up at 4:30, going to the gym. I'm not really taking away from anybody else, and I'm only giving to myself.
And what I always tell people is, how do people on different time zones get up earlier than I do? It's just your body adjusts. You just put your body on a different time zone, and it helps. Marie, as a fitness expert, do you find that this fitness, because we're talking about dealing with stress, but do you find that it kind of pre-deals with stress in your day, or
it
how does that
does?
work?
I go into the day more energized, more focused, and it's like you said, meditation. I can sit there and not dwell on the stresses because I'm working out, but I can think of and meditate my way through, how can I combat this today? It's nice. Yeah, it's a good way to stress relief.
Yeah, and I think in that state, you also, if you look at my phone, the notes section is just filled with ideas. When you're doing cardio, you're working out, you're coming back and making notes because you're so clear-minded. You're not caught up in the rest of the day's clutter. Yeah. For me also, and maybe there's a tag on for COVID, when I travel quite a bit, 3 or 4 days a week for work, my old travel schedule is built around my workout routines. So I fly at a certain time, so I know I can get to, not adjust my schedule in the morning to work out in the morning, or I travel in certain times so I can box at night, so on and so forth. So you even pick hotels from which one has a great hotel, a great gym versus next to a gym. During COVID, that went away. So what did you pick? You picked, you travel at different times so you can go for dinner late at night. So that changed, your work schedule. It added anxiety to, and obviously someone like me who's affected by anxiety, it's just, and things that you can't control. Like you can't figure out how to get yourself out of that routine. With that said, you go back to an analogy of, taking care of yourself. Excuses are self-imposed roadblocks. So I think during COVID, I know for myself, I found a lot of ways to come up with excuses and put roadblocks in front of myself to maybe focus more towards the work commitments than anything else. And you walk away from fitness, you start walking away from relationships, it becomes a trend that affects all components of your life.
Aside from your routine, is there any time in your life where you're like, I need to go to the gym, I need to get this out?
Our body tells us so much, and when we talk about fitness, it's working out, but it's also food. We can really take stock of what our body tells us, even when our emotions coming on. And that's all part of the overall fitness in my mind as far as the wellness with your body. Changing times, like knowing that I'm becoming more stressful later in the day. So actually leaving work at 3:30, moving forward is a new change, a new adjustment I put in my schedule. So I can break up my day a bit and put some cardio in my back end.
A lot of prescriptions now for depression include go get outside, do some cardio, get your body moving and walking.